yeah, we're getting whatever. Well, we got a lot to look. Listen, Baldur's Gate is gay.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
If we're talking about Starfield, you go on for a while, huh?
No. I would not want to talk about Starfield, actually.
How dare you?
What I want to talk about is these Mexican aliens, right? Because Sweeney hasn't seen this. Sweeney somehow avoided the entire fucking conversation about these Mexican aliens. I don't even understand how. How sick were you?
I was pretty sick. I wasn't on the internet.
You weren't even on Twitter, like scrolling through looking at these Mexican aliens?
Dude, I kind of want to delete my Twitter, man. If I'm being very honest. I really don't like this app at all. Like, at all, slightly, I don't want to have it anymore.
I got locked out of my account this morning.
Who'd you tell to die?
Dude, so what happened was, so this is real, right? So I changed I subscribed to Twitter Blue for like 1 month exactly because I wanted to post like a really, really long video on Twitter. And that's the only way you can do it. And I was like, you know what, $11 is fine, whatever. And then I canceled the renew thing or whatever. But I'm like a verified account right now, and so I changed my profile picture to the B movie me from like my most recent thumbnail. And just for a joke, because like somebody was like, "How many likes for you to change this to your thumbnail or your profile picture?" And I was like, "No problem, bro." And I did it, and then I was only gonna do it for a day, and then I went to go switch it back, and it was like, "You can't do that." And I was like, what? So I'm stuck as this bee, this disgusting bee, because apparently, what is it? Yeah, your profile is under review. No new changes are allowed to name and profile photo during the review period. So that's something that happens with I guess check marks in general. It's why check marks always have the same profile picture, or had the same profile picture for a long time. Because if you changed your profile picture, you would lose your verification mark, which is crazy because that's just less functionality for the fucking app.
That's weird. I thought it was only if you changed the name. I didn't know it was the fucking picture.
No, the picture too.
That's
so
stupid.
Yeah, crazy.
As fuck.
I didn't know that. So I'm stuck as the bee, but whatever. But so because I changed my picture under the verification, they were like, we're gonna look up, we're gonna put this guy under review. So they found like 3 tweets of mine where I just told people to kill themselves from like 2016 or whatever. And what's funny though? And it was all friends of mine. It was all like Jeff. I would be like, Jeff, kill yourself, or something like that. And it's like, that's so fucking silly. But whatever, I don't care.
Stupid ass fucking
Twitter's
app.
fucking stupid. But I'm glad that we got to see those dried out Mexican aliens that look like they got the fucking semen drained out of them.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. What I did like about that is seeing there are some pretty prominent people that I follow that were like on the fence. Like, oh, is this real? What do you guys think?
That's so crazy.
And I'm like, why do the more followers you get, just the more retarded you become? I don't get it. Like, how does that happen?
It's the fakest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Dude, especially if you know. So I tweeted this out that when I would go over to my friend Jesus' house, every once in a while he would just turn on the Mexican news because there'd be some crazy shit happening, and every once in a while, maybe like a couple of times a year or something, some Mexican authorities, some type of people would have these press conferences about aliens, and it was as normal as watching. There was a Mexican Jerry Springer named Jose Luis, and it was just as normal as that, just seeing some dumb shit like, oh, that's funny. They were talking about Thunderbirds. They found some fucking Thunderbirds, like some giant fucking archaic birds. And I'm like, I was like, Mexico fucking rules. And I just thought that like people knew about this silly shit that goes on over there, but
Latin American news, bro, it's horrible.
It's
fucking great.
It's the worst. It's racist. It's belligerent. It's nonsensical, bro. Watching the news. My grandmother never watched novellas, except for one. She watched one novella that was like All My Children, but it was for Spanish. All My Children. She was like, I was watching it since I was in Puerto Rico, so like I have to still watch this. And she never watched the news. She never watched any of the television shows. She was like, it's always full of ignorance, and I can't stand it. And I'm like, damn. But I would watch it because it'd always be some big ass bitch showing the weather, and I'd be like, I have to watch this, Grandma. I'm sorry, I don't know what she's saying.
They were fucking. They were so good at that shit. I was like, man, I don't know why, but the weather. I just really like learning about.
I really care. I really care about
the weather in Honduras, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why I really care about the weather in Honduras and Tobago.
They would have fucking West T-shirts contests on the fucking Weather Channel. It makes no fucking sense.
Bro,
Dude,
they would have the largest butts ever, and I would just be sitting there happily. My grandmother would be like, turn that off.
It was crazy because it was pre-Brazilian butt lift era, man. Pre-BBL.
Yeah, so
When
this
it
is
was
all,
natural,
that's
when it
just,
was when you didn't have to
natural
worry about
cake,
asking if it was
man.
real or not. You just knew it was real, bro.
Now
that's
this
a
new-
time,
this new
bro.
era
We lived
makes me
before
wanna
that. Isn't
cry,
that crazy?
I feel
lived
blessed,
before
man.
that.
I feel when I think about like
Well, we
all the shit
lived-
that we grew up with.
we lived before that period, but we never lived in a period without fake tits. That I think is the
That's
sad
true.
thing.
That is true.
That is like
Yeah,
we missed that entirely. Like,
we
imagine,
were
like
too
imagine,
little, too late.
like imagine a big titty like Scottish like princess in like 1700. You know what I mean? Like that's like. There's no doubt, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Either that or like maybe people thought like, is this magic?
Yeah.
But, like,
if
this
they're
has to be a
if they're
spell of some
too
sort.
voluptuous, they wanted
She's
a
a witch.
hanger. Yeah. They drown her.
That's a real thing. People thought women were witches because they were just hot.
Yeah, like
That's like a
'cause they
real. That's like that's a
people
real
were
thing.
vexed, man, at their beauty because everyone else
Yeah.
was like fucking goblins, and they're like,
She's
oh.
too attractive.
Oh.
Tie an anvil to her legs and throw her in the lake.
That's
Like it
bananas.
was always just some jealous ass bitches like, oh, she bewitched me. Oh, like and they'll poison their husbands and be like, oh, it was her, and like the fucking hot bitch is
Yeah,
minding her
literally,
business. That was good
Crazy.
stuff, man.
Crazy time.
I feel like didn't the Salem witch trials start that way in some way? It was like some dumb
Oh,
bitches
yeah, for sure,
fucking
yeah.
around. They were making
No,
a joke, and
I
then
think
everybody
the
took it
Salem witch trials,
seriously
they
or
were just
something.
using medicine. They're using like herbal
There was,
medicine
like-
because they thought they were like they were like some sort of like
No, I think I remember. No,
polytheistic
see,
people.
there's a girl named Abigail Williams. I think was faking sickness or something, and saying it was something. Man, I wish I
Damn,
remember this.
You know first and last names. I'm not even close to educated on this.
Dude, history. I love history because of how fucking stupid people are. You know, throughout history, and then
yeah.
you learn like
History is lit because you find out how stupid people are and how smart some people were, and they had no business being that smart at that time. But it's always significantly outweighed by the stupid. Like it's always like trounced by like there's like this many smart people and then like this many fucking morons just running around with rocks and sticks, bro.
Think about how celebrated like a lot of torture that had to do with witches. The stuff that the medieval go over into Europe and then they brought a little bit over it to the Americas. But and it kind of brings me to I'm sure you guys saw that supervillain Australian guy with the not five head. He has like a 10 head. He has like his forehead is so big.
Oh yeah. The guy
And
who's talking about how like we need to inject more pain and suffering into the workforce.
Wait,
Did you see
Like
that
that
one,
guy?
Sweeney?
wait, no, I haven't.
You didn't see this fucking supervillain? This guy that
Yeah,
looks
no,
like an
definitely lately.
actual
I'm sorry.
villain?
There's this Australian like fucking businessman who's like he's giving like I don't even know if it wasn't a TED talk exactly, but it was like he was on some kind of panel talking to like I guess business insiders or something, and he was talking about how like we need unemployment to reach like 50%. We need to cause a lot of pain in the economy so that we can get back to normal. A lot of people think they're lucky. A lot of people think employers are lucky to have employees, and it's the other way around.
He's trying to.
We got to kill every last woman and child on this God's green earth.
Shit off, bro.
Like it's fucking really crazy. Like he might as well have like a boomerang scythe behind him.
That's
like it is the most outrageous fucking. I was like,
so-
the fact that someone is comfortable enough saying that to a group full of people means that it's getting too people are getting too comfortable. Like that guy should be deathly afraid to say that stuff. Like he should be. In like a just world, he would be terrified to say that shit in public.
That's why I was saying about the torture. That's what like maybe we need to bring back some of this shit to just like when you said the gallows. Was it a gallows or a guillotine that was pushed?
Oh, the guillotine, dude!
It was the guillotine,
in Puerto
okay.
Rico, when they wheeled the guillotine up to the fucking governor's mansion or whatever the fuck.
Gallows,
Dude.
the whole setup.
That's so
where people come
hardcore.
and look with the steps and everything. That's the whole gallows. The guillotine's just the head chop thing.
Yeah,
The
you
gallows
can
where
just
hang people.
you just wheel the guillotine over that. See, that's awesome. And immediately with that guy saying that, being so brazen, because we all know that they're thinking that shit. I know there was that guy. The same thing with the strikes. It was the writer strike first. And then one of the dickheads said something similar that, we just need to starve them out and wait till they get kicked out of their homes and shit, and then they'll cave, kind of a thing. And I just keep thinking the same thing. Like, why are we not drawing and quartering these people? Like,
we should tie in Australia. What they should do is they should tie each one of his limbs to a separate kangaroo and just
they all jump
and then whip the kangaroo so they all start running away and they tear him in half.
Imagine they fucking just the force of their jump would just rip him to shreds, dude.
Dude, that's so fucking
What they should do,
sick.
they should tie him to a post, put kangaroo nip on him, so they come in and they can kick him. And they kick him against the stump. He's just on the stump and they're kicking him flat,
and they
bro.
just
What's really funny about the concept of something like kangaroo nip, in the sense that of like this highly addictive drug specifically for kangaroos, is that kangaroos are built in a way that's human enough to imagine them doing this. You know, where they're like scratching their necks and they're like, "Oh man, I'm fiending, man."
The idea,
Dude, I don't know, man.
The idea that kangaroos exist is disgusting. There's like rabbits that had to evolve into almost.
I can't remember.
I think that's
I can't
so
remember who I was
disgusting.
talking to. I can't remember who I was talking to about this. But if you were the first person to come in contact with a kangaroo, you would probably think a demon was chasing you or something. Like that is not like a natural looking thing at all.
It definitely looks like something that
Australia,
just quite didn't. If the environment was a little bit different in Australia, maybe they would have been the first like actual like technical Homo sapiens or something, because it looks like they're almost there.
They're just big, upright. They're not. It's just weird because everything over there looks ridiculous. Like everything over there looks
but like
absurd.
just look at like their arms are so fucking like just. They're like ripped human arms, and
the regiment that they're on makes no sense. You know,
they look.
Because what are they lifting? That's the thing. It's like kangaroo strength. They're all on their legs. They're hopping around. They're kicking things to death. What are they doing that's making their arms so fucking strong?
Yeah, what is the evolutionary benefit for them to be all
They're just
jacked?
defined.
They are strong, man.
They're not crazy strong like their legs.
Did you see that kangaroo? It's a classic video of the kangaroo putting the dog in the fucking headlock.
Yeah, that's a dog, bro.
I understand it's a dog, but that's still the fact. First of all, the fact that it understands how to do that
is hilarious.
It's got arms. Other things got to do that. Cats and dogs grab.
No,
cats and dogs don't put other animals in headlocks.
Yeah, because they don't have the arm. Their arms don't bend like that.
Dude, I don't even think. I don't even think I've seen a monkey do that. Like, I swear to you. I have never seen in my life.
Smaller monkey in a headlock and slam it on the floor. I've seen monkeys pick up rocks.
I've seen monkeys.
And I'm like, damn, this is it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's easy.
I've seen chimpanzees toss another chimpanzee up really high in the air as like a bullying ritual. I've seen that shit. And that's also disheartening and scary. But
I've seen apes
I don't know,
fight,
man. Something about a kangaroo
ape,
because I can't relate to a kangaroo.
I've seen apes fight, and one ape was like fishing for something to grab and grabbed a rock and ponged the other one with it. And I was like, yo.
Yeah,
that was desperation. Desperation led to innovation. That's crazy.
I mean, they're relatives, man.
They're almost us, man.
Did you see that thing in the news about that chimp in oh my god, it was like in a zoo, I think in Seattle, or I don't know, it might have been in Washington State, I'm not sure. It was somewhere in Washington. There was a zoo where in a monkey enclosure, one monkey came back with fucking 10 commandments and started proselytizing to the, like, he came back with like a slab of rules and started like proselytizing.
Did they study the rules? What did the rules say?
Well, he was just screaming it unintelligibly, but they found like monkey 10 commandments is what I'm saying.
Oh.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I can't believe that happened.
I can't believe that's real.
Could you imagine God tried to
How would you feel, Kingston, how would you feel honestly if you were like at a zoo and then you were in the monkey enclosure and then one chimp came back with 2 stone tablets and started yelling, and then all the other monkeys looked up and stood upright, like, and got real silent. How would you feel in that scenario?
It'd be funny enough because I don't know if I can't say this or not, but it'd be like, damn, the Jewish people made God so mad he went to monkeys, bro. He was like, I tried to save these ones and they didn't listen. They threw my son to the Romans, so I'm just gonna try monkeys next. And I'll be like, yo,
It's a bit late. It's a bit late
that's
to.
crazy.
Yeah. He did sleep on this shit for quite some time.
He took a break. He was like, all right, this failed. Let me just
For 2023 years, he just
like,
fucking
all
was
right,
like,
let me just
I'm gonna take a fucking long ass nap.
He was like, all right,
He woke
bro,
up and he's like, yeah, fuck humans.
I'm gonna go
but dude,
monkeys now,
no.
fuck it.
Back
I'm
to
gonna go
the
monkey.
back to the fucking Mexican alien. Look, I saw a lot of people being like, "Is that real?" And it was actually concerning to me that it was that many people. Like, it was more people than I was expecting, because they were like, "Look at the X-rays," and like, "There's fallopian tubes," and I'm like, "What are you fucking talking?" First of all, send this to an actual scientist if it's so real. Don't like just throw it in front of like Mexican Parliament or wherever, whatever the fuck is going on out there. It's a fucking clown show down there. You know how many times aliens have been on the Mexican news? It's insane. It's actually I don't think a single person could count the amount of times that aliens have been on the Mexican news.
Aliens on
I
Latin
actually don't think
American,
it's possible.
Aliens and angels on Latin American news regularly, bro.
Yeah, literally. Like, it's like,
angels,
oh, look at this
demons.
angel. Look at this angel caught on camera, and it's literally
There's
fucking
a kid falling out of a
Photoshop.
tree. There's a kid falling
Yeah,
out of a
it's a
tree.
kid-
His death. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's a kid. It's insane.
Yeah, it was a little weird that I sometimes I always feel like I'm not surprised how stupid people are, but then sometimes I still end up being surprised. It's like a thing where I'm like, come on, guys.
It's like reverse surprise. You're surprised at how surprised you were, despite the fact
Like,
that you've
whoa,
never been
surprised.
surprised.
Whoa,
Right.
that surprised
It shouldn't
me.
be. I should know this. It's just like you even talking about the stuff that people, some fucking dude that gets up in church and wearing robes and shit tells people these stupidest stories that make not a lick of sense, and then people are like,
I'm not gay no more. I'm not gay no more. I'm delivered.
I'm delivered. Yeah. Like I'm like, we have so much evidence of how silly people are, but still sometimes where I feel like we should all come together and be like, oh, well, this is obviously bullshit. You know, right? Just like, let's have a good laugh. But then there's people questioning it. And I'm like,
Look, man,
why do you,
man.
If what happened is you need
No.
people, you need dumb people around. So they can do what
No,
we
you
want
don't.
them. Yes, we do. You do. You need
No, you
dumb
don't.
people around. Yes,
No, you
you
don't.
do.
I really don't think
we
so.
have machines for that, man. We got machines now. We can bully machines.
You need dumb people. You need dumb people.
We need Boston Dynamics, and then all the dumb people can go away. They can leave now.
No, we
They
need
can go to-
them. We need people that are not as
we do.
smart
You're
as
right.
other
We need
people.
them for Mars.
We need
humans
them to have
Mars.
around, so just in case when war starts against the machines, we have them to go first.
Machines.
We need them around to test all of our drugs on. They gotta help us live longer. Because they don't know what the fuck they're getting to set up for. They don't know what kind of shit they're gonna get. We need them around to lift heavier things because if they're dumb, their inhibitors are off, so they can lift higher heavier things.
I love that it's a mummified alien. Like, it's a mummified. It's an alien. It's an alien.
That's where we learned
mummy.
mummification from.
With-
Mummification
Yeah,
in
the
general
aliens,
is kind of
yeah.
advanced. I'm pretty sure we learned it from something else.
How is it mummified though? Like, that's what I want to know.
That's what I mean.
Was there an explanation? I didn't.
No,
like-
no, there's no explanation. It's just like, did you see that video? Did you see that video of them placing the alien down on the table?
Yeah.
And it's so fucking tiny.
That's the thing that like really got me. Where I'm like, they made them so small. Like, come on, man.
Like, I would believe it. I would honestly be a lot more inclined to believe it if it was just, I don't know, 5 foot. You know, even if it was 5 foot, I'd be like, first of all, that's a big project for a single person to undergo.
Yeah.
So like, but like that, like I know jack shit about like arts and crafts or whatever. I could build that Mexican mummy.
That's
I'm
so
confident that I
fucking
could
hilarious.
do that. I could do that. Like, I could do that today probably. Like, I'd go to Color Me Mine and have it done in fucking 3 hours.
It was very lazy in my opinion. Dude, there's right now a video going viral. Somebody made a cake of that alien, and it is a good 3 foot to 4 foot cake. They put more time and effort into baking that cake than those assholes did to throwing that shit together. It's a really good cake, man. It looks good. I was like, man, I actually want a piece of that shit.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Mexican
Yeah.
alien cake.
It's pretty. I love when people do that, where it's like it looks like some realistic thing, then they cut into it, and I'm like, oh, I like that.
Is it real or is it fake?
Those are satisfying videos.
Awesome. That's so fucking ridiculous. What the hell? That's so fucking awesome.
Is it real or is it cake? It's cum.
Is it real or is it cake, stupid?
Yeah, that's really convincing. There's a video of them cutting into the cake and everything, and it looks exactly like the fucking Mexican alien.
I was like, dude, I bet you whoever made that cake spent more time with that cake than those dickheads did with putting the aliens together.
Yo, it does look delicious too. Like, I'm not a cake guy at all.
Yeah.
I'm not a cake man, even slightly, but this looks pretty fucking good.
I love cake,